Good morning. Could you start by telling us your name and branch of service?
Chris Cronkhite, Marine Corps.
Okay. And what was your rank when you left service?
Staff Sergeant.
And when did you serve?
From December 2001 to December 2021.
Okay. What is your connection to Southwest Virginia?
My wife, she grew up in Clintwood, Virginia, and we met in Jacksonville, North Carolina.
And you live there now? You live
in Clintwood, yes.
In Clintwood. Okay. How and why did you enter the military?
Because I didn't know what else I was going to do. School was not a good option for me at the time, and I needed some discipline and something to do with myself. So,
what was your process going in as far as did you right out of high school?
Yes, right out of high school. That spring, like when I was graduating, I went and talked to a recruiter, and then shipped out that fall.
What were some of the jobs you had while you were in the military?
I was a avionics technician on the V-22 Osprey, and then eventually became a quality inspector and a work center supervisor on the Osprey. Then for a while I was a logistics liaison to Boeing. They're at the Boeing plant where they manufacture part of it, basically reviewing the manuals and proofreading them. And then I did 3 years of recruiting and then back to working on the Osprey. Well, last week.
What were some of the places you lived while you were in service?
I lived in Jacksonville, North Carolina. Well, first, I guess I was in, after boot camp, I was in Pensacola, Florida for my A school, and then to Jacksonville for my C school, and then was at my first unit there in Jacksonville until, was it 2013? Then we moved up to Philadelphia, to Delaware County there. And then after that, I was in California, just outside of San Francisco for my recruiting, and then back to Jacksonville.
Okay. When you were traveling around, how did you stay in touch with friends and family?
Mostly by phone, and then later through social media.
Could you share with us a memorable experience of your time during military service? It could be serious or lighthearted.
Oh man, there's a lot. I don't know. There's just so many that a lot of it just revolves around being around other Marines. That's the thing I miss the most. Is,
yes.
You know, just there's a lot of time at work just goofing off and making the most of it. Deployments.
You said you worked at Boeing as a...
Yeah.
Anything interesting happened there?
No, that was actually really boring. That was probably the most boring job I've done, with recruiting being the hardest.
Finally, what message would you like to pass on to the next generation about military service?
Just that there's so much you can learn from it, and so much growth that you can get from it. I can't even imagine where I would have ended up if I hadn't joined, because there's a lot of the people that I hung out with in high school ended up going nowhere. Some of them, ended up going to jail or different reasons. And being a Marine, it opened up so many opportunities for me, and I've learned and grown so much. I can't imagine what my life would be if I hadn't taken this route. So it's definitely, it's not just about going to war, and there's a lot that, in addition to serving your country, a lot of that you can gain from it, that will make you a more resilient and capable person throughout your life. The recruiting is probably, that was the hardest thing that I did as a Marine, but it's also the thing that I've learned the most from, that I think is applies to every facet of my life. So
thank you so much for your time.
Thanks.